Hi, it's Maggie, the Artsy Artisan, here for the weekly wrap-up video. And it's just been an incredible week. So much has been going on. So much has gotten started and been accomplished. And then, yeah, there's still things that are in the works. So it's just been a little bit chaotic. Just seeing it's a little chaotic here, to be honest. There's a lot of projects going on, which is exciting and fun and all that. So, but anyways, let me get started here with my Live a Quiet Life and Work with Your Hands project. The reason this is so awkward is because I actually have it in my my iPad in my case, and it's easier to hold that way. If I was holding my iPad just with my hands, it would just be crazy. So it's going to be a little awkward when the camera doesn't spin for whatever reason in a video. So I'm just going to have to like swing you down. Just hopefully you're not going to get too sick. But here's the project that I've been working on, the Live a Quiet Life and Work with Your Hands. It's coming along. As you can see, this one and this one still don't have the white highlights on it yet, and this one hasn't been painted at all. So yeah, that's in the works. And oh, this is exciting. As a matter of fact, I'm a little bit dressed up, as you can tell. My niece, Grace, is having her baptism today, which is so sweet. And that's going to be later I'm leaving here in about a half hour to go pick up the family, and we're going to go head to the church. So anyways, not ironically, I was working on her project this week. It's the toy chest. I know I've told about this, but I'm going to repeat it. We did add the bun feet on. There's feet here and like bun foot there, just to pick it up off the ground, make it cute. Before it was just an extension of this wood just extended down, and that was the foot. Not acceptable for Grace Lillian. She's too girly and too pretty to have an ugly toy chest. So we're working on that. As you can see, it was very rustic. It was perfect for a boy, but it had gaps where all this wood putty is. So I filled that, and I have a video coming out. It's going to be a video of the whole process, so that'll come out at some point. We added a new bottom because the other bottom was warped and really yucky. And this one has holes in its pegboard, and it was just some extra pegboard that I had laying around. I thought that was good because then it would allow air to circulate, and it's like, nothing will, smells or yucky stuff won't. And then any dust or whatever will fall through, and yeah, it won't collect at the bottom. So that's the inside there. And we have these brand new hinge. Well, they're not hinges, but they are like the hydraulic hinge kind of, what are they called? Soft close lid support. So she will not smash her pretty little fingers in this toy chest. It'll do a soft close, and it'll stay up if she needs it to stay up. So I'm happy about that because I don't want her to have any accidents with her toy chest. So this is the lid right here, and there's her name that's going on her lid, and so excited to paint the letters. The toy chest is going to be white. This background part is going to be purple, and then the letters I think are going to be black. And then she has adorable, her room is decorated with adorable elephant, like baby elephants. So this is the baby elephant that's going to go hanging from the front. If you notice, there's a slot at the top, and that's going to be for a ribbon. And the baby elephant is still missing her little crown of flowers. Baby Grace's sheet set is like purple and white peonies. Her whole room is kind of white with purple. So I'm designing a crown for the elephant to go up top. It's gonna hide that slot, and that slot is for a ribbon that's gonna come through, and then it's gonna attach. Let me see where the front. Yeah, this is the front. Okay, so what we'll do is back here, we'll put a command adhesive and then tie the ribbon so that it comes through this way. That way when the door opens and closes, it doesn't affect and then the elephant's head is gonna hang right here, and it's gonna be loose, so when she crawls up to it, she can push on it and play with it. And then when she gets older, if she outgrows the elephant, we can just take the command adhesive off the back, and then the ribbon, and it can either hang on the wall, or it can be put away in a keepsake box, and then the toy chest can evolve to something else if she needs a little storage toy chest or a shoe chest or whatever. And anyway, I always try to do things with the mind that it will grow with the child, and that eventually this will become a keepsake for her children one day. And so, yeah, trying to keep things flexible. And so the grace portion right here of the lid is going to be nailed down and on the lid, but everything's removable. But I just wanted the elephant, the baby elephant, to be easy to remove. This right here, these are my squares. My studio assistant has been busy. If you can see here, this whole thing is full. This vase is full, and this bag is swiftly filling up. All these 1x1 squares are pixels, future pixels, and I'm going to come up with some work of art and then each of these pixels are going to be painted. And as you know, pixelized, everything is everything digital is pixelized, or is made up of pixels. And when you see them from far away or from the right distance, I mean, obviously our pixels on, like, let's say on a screen like this, are peeny. They're not 1 inch by 1 inch, right? But so you can still take the concept of pixels and paint each of these in with a different color, and then when you put them all together, it creates a painting that you can only tell what it is from far away, because when you get close, it's just all pixels. Anyway, so that's a future project. But he, like, consistently, what we do is anytime we cut anything out, he takes the scrap areas and does 1x1 all the way around, so that the scrap pieces the pieces of wood get all used up. So as you can see here, when I was showing you the elephant, right here is a frame, and it's a birch frame, wood frame, but in Artsy Artisan world, frames or canvases are not used on this side, they're used on this side. And the reason it was turned this way is because we're trying not to call it a paint and sip, because there's no sipping involved. I was contacted by a retreat group that's doing a retreat in the Poconos, actually Albrightsville, next week, and they contacted me to do a paint and pray or paint and sing. We're trying to come up with a different name for it, because there's no sipping involved. It's a Christian retreat. So they wanted a step-by-step painting process. So I've come up with the idea. Next week, at the wrap-up next week, I'll show a final product, the final product that we came up with, and I'll tell the story about what happened with that, because there's a surprise. The gal I've been in contact with the group, I want her to be as surprised as everybody with what comes out, with what we end up with. So, and I don't want to give it away here in case someone's watching, you know, never know. So another thing that happened this week, I know that I showed you my cash box for yoga, and the solution that we had come up with when we made the box, because we actually created this box on the laser and everything, was hingeless. They had like little wooden hinges in the back or on the side right there. It looks so bad. I still have to paint it. But anyways, I added hinges on the back, and so now it opens a lot easier. The only thing that happened though is because we use 3mm. It's like everything you do. It's like when you come up with a solution, it creates another problem, and so then you come up with a solution for that, which creates another problem, which is really fun because it's like a lot of this art stuff is just problem solving, which is great because both my husband and I, our studio assistant and I, are former military, so that was a lot of what we did was spent a lot of time problem solving. So anyway, so one of the things that happened was that the screws for the hinges were too long. As you can see, they protrude out of the, or you know, through the back, quote unquote. So we've come up with studio assistant cut these for me, and so I am going to unscrew the screws and then screw them through here so that they, and if anything protrudes beyond these, then we'll just nip them off, nip the metal off. And so that'll protect anybody if in case they reach in there with their hands, they're not going to get all scratched up. So yeah. Anyway, so this week released we created the advertisement for the August workshop, which is the pop art workshop, and so that was part of that. Came up with I shot a couple videos for that. My hair's like, sorry, I'm really distracted. My hair, it's like super humid today. But anyways, yeah, I shot a couple videos for that, and for whatever reason they didn't save, so I still have to do another video. So we'll save that for another time because I'm kind of discouraged about that. So this is our final. We were just cutting like crazy this week. I have to tell you, studio assistant. Oh, I have to show you. There's a couple more things then. He has been indispensable. In the military, we always like it was ingrained in us that everyone's everyone's expendable, because you know, you're in battle, you die, you're expendable, someone takes your spot, you know. And that's how we train, is that anyone that falls, you have people who know how to do your job, and then they do your job if you can't. And but he's been indispensable to this business, to everything that goes on here at Artsy Artisan. So proud of him and so grateful. He's just learned, so I mean, there's a learning curve with the laser, with the light burn, which is the software that goes with the laser. He is such a champ. He has thrown himself into learning everything about light burn, everything about the laser, and just is rocking it. So anyway, so I come up with the ideas and I try to design them, send them to him, and he does all the burning and the cutting, and then, or he handles all that with the laser and then gives it back to me to paint. So it's been working out great so far. So anyway, so an idea that I came up with was, so you know the transom, like most doorways have that space between the ceiling and the doorway. And so I've always thought it would be neat to have some sort of decor that goes above a door. And it's not necessarily like an entry door, but just like an internal door in your home, or like this, like in a business. Like we have this doorway here. We have this doorway here, and on this side, there's another doorway here, There's one right here. There's one over there. There's doorways or doors everywhere. So potentially, to me, any artwork you put above it is almost like your eye is drawn to it because you see the door and it automatically goes up. So anyways, always thought it would be so pretty to have something that goes above there. And at my house, I have like double doors that go to our back porch, and I have like a long narrow painting or a piece of artwork that goes across there, and I love that space to decorate. So anyway, so came up with the design, and the studio assistant cut it out for me, and this is it right here. So it is a layered piece, and it is for the distance across the door. Also, another thing that you see here is these corners right here and right here, right there. So that's coming up in the future, that not only am I going to span across the top, but then I'm also going to have pieces that add on to the end. So it's almost like a wraparound piece that goes like that. So my wonderful studio assistant, we came up, well, this also came because of doing the trellises. They are so long, and our laser is only the laser bed only goes up to 2 feet. And these right here are 3 feet long, or they're 30 inches, 6 inches short of 3 feet, but they're definitely more than 24 inches, which is 2 feet. So the way we deal with that is there's like dovetail joints that are in the middle that have to be hidden, like right here. Let me show you. So this one is hidden by this bird, by the hummingbird that goes all the way across, so you can't see the dovetail joint. Here it's a dragonfly that goes straight across, so you can't see the dovetail joint. And then this one is a butterfly. And so let me show you. I think I have one. Ooh, it's gonna be hard to show. Anyway, I can show you on the piece. So anyway, so we came up with dovetail joints to go span across, because obviously this is longer than 2 feet. So here we have the dovetail joints, and then this flower covers or disguises where the joint is. So I just think that's really great, and it's a great way to be able to do things that are longer and longer than our laser can do. So we have no limitations on how long we do something. We just have to figure out how to place the joints, and then something to cover up the fact that there's joints there. So that it's exciting to think about future projects that are going to be like long ones that we can still do that, like letters, or who knows, right? Who knows, right? So speaking of studio assistant and his wonderfulness, he was a little bit hurt last wrap up that I never mentioned his projects, because he has his own projects that he's been working on that are not Artsy Artisan projects, and he does this on his own time when Artsy Artisan is not open. He comes in and does works on things himself, which is really, really neat, I think. And he's actually getting a lot of feedback and interest in the things that he's working on. So I am going to show you a few of his pieces. Let me just show you like the overall. There's a grouping of his. Oh goodness, it's so hard to do this because it's backwards. And so anyways, that's why I'm going to just show you individually. So this is one he's been working on. He's a former Ranger, Special Forces guy, and so I don't want to hold it up to, because it's not glued in yet, but that is all done with the laser and wood, and everybody who's a Ranger loves to show that they are in some small way. Also, he wears when he wears dress shirts, he puts stays in his collars, And stays, for those who don't know what stays are, they are shaped like this, and they dress shirts have like a pocket behind the lapel, and they slide in there, and it's to keep your lapel really sharp, you know, and looking good. Well, he came up with these wooden stays, and they're called Stays That Stay. Very, very witty. Stays That Stay by Chris. And oops, I just knocked the whole pile over. The thing is that he has like, and they're usually plastic, and which is cheapy. They tend to slide out. You lose them. That is my alarm to say I need to go pick up the family for the baptism. Okay, just a minute. I'm almost done with the video. I'm not going to torture you guys much longer, but I just wanted to explain the stays. He has metal ones that were nicer, but then they were really slick and they would fall out. And sometimes he forgets he leaves them in there, and then when I launder his stuff, yeah, not good. So anyway, so these, because they're wooden, they're not slippery. The metal ones are slippery because they're, and they do, as long as you're wearing the shirt, they're fine because gravity holds them in. It's when you take the shirt off and stuff, that's when they fall out. Anyway, so his Stays That Stay, they do not fall out. They stay in there because they're made out of wood. So he's also very, very interested in, since he's, oh gosh, he even did, I just saw it, he did a stay with a Special Forces crest on it, which is awesome. That's, in other words, that's his, you know, I mentioned that he was Special Forces too. So Chris is also a former Jim Thorpe Olympian, and so he got the idea to do, I don't know how I'm going to lift this up and show you. What's it called? He has a name for it. It's like a spirit wear. So this is going to be like a pendant. Oh my goodness! I see it just dropped it. Oh, I don't know where it went now. Oh, it went down my dress. I got it out. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is so dorky. I am just going to show, or try to show. Where am I at? Oh my goodness, I can't do this. There it is. There's the JT one, and he wants to have Olympians across the front. He was trying to do earrings, but they're too wide, I think, for earrings. I think I showed this before where I had done the Lehighton one. And yeah, so he wants to do a whole line of spirit wear, like earrings and necklaces and stuff like that, so that when you go to a game, you can wear the gear and support your team. So that is the wrap up for the week. So exciting, a lot of things going on. Next week is going to be a lot of getting things ready for that paint and pray, paint and sing, paint and praise, whatever it's going to be called. And so getting that ready and getting all the things ready for that. Also finishing up my Live a Quiet Life plaque for the studio. Called it a plaque. I don't know, piece of decor for the studio. And trying to think if there's anything. Oh, and working on Grace's toy chest. So that's going to be next week coming up. Also, the workshop the deadline for the workshop is going to be the 16th of August. So getting orders for that as well next week. So that's what we have to look forward to. And yeah, so this is Maggie, the Artsy Artisan. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit all over the place because this week has been all over the place. We've been kind of like putting out fires, but it's been great and exciting. Looking forward to this. I feel this is actually like the calm before the storm, because as soon as fall hits, well, September hits, it's going to be full on. It's going to be classes every week, not just once a month. It's going to be every week on different mediums. So be heads up on that. I'm gonna try to explain more as we go along this month, because September is coming up. So back to school is it's gonna get crazy here, hopefully anyways. So so thank you so much for joining me on this video, watching it, and like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment and let me know what you think. If there's anything that you're interested in that you would like to see, hey, we're always open for suggestions. I'm always happy to design new things. So this is Maggie, the Artsy Artisan, saying see you next time. Bye.